and it has changed our outlook from stable to negative. Now the rating itself, the credit rating of BBB-, which is the lowest level of the investment grade, after that you get into the speculative grade, would have been based, and this is based on my own experience for the 9 years I was there, would have been based on information presented to Standard & Poor's during their visit. Now, Standard & Poor's came on the 23rd of July. So that's just 2 months, 3 weeks after the general election. And from my own personal experience, the information presented to Standard & Poor's would have been up to date to April, possibly May. Okay? So that the information given to Standard & Poor's would have been based on what the previous government had done. And therefore, I'm quite happy that the investment grade rating was maintained, because that would have been based on the fiscal outturn, revenue, expenditure, and other things that would have been done prior to the general election. With respect to the outlook has changed to negative for 2 reasons. In the mid-year review, the new government decided to increase the budgeted expenditure for fiscal 2025 by $3.143 billion, thereby increasing the deficit to over $9 billion. Now, a deficit is the difference between your revenue and your expenditure. You have to borrow for the deficit. So automatically, well, Standard & Poor's, they read these things. They would have read the minister's speech. They would look at the mid-year review. And these numbers would be presented to them when they came. They would ask for it. So they would see that the new government decided to spend $3 billion more in fiscal 2025 without any additional revenue, which is why the deficit would have gone to $9 billion. And obviously, they would not have been very happy about that. They would have taken a dim view of that the new government is increasing expenditure without increasing revenue. So that's the first reason why the outlook would go from stable to negative. The second reason is that we had worked on several new revenue generating instruments. One would be the Trinidad-Tobago Revenue Authority, which is basically to deal with tax evasion, because there are a lot of tax evasion outside there. So the Revenue Authority was designed to deal with tax evasion, and the estimates of the amount of additional revenue that could be earned through the TTRA varied from $3 billion to $5 billion to as much as $10 billion, but certainly it was in the billions. And the second one, of course, would be property tax. So Standard & Poor's would have seen the government scrap the TTRA, so that stream of potential revenue that would come from a modernized revenue collection system, gone, and also scrap property tax. So the stream of revenue that would come from there, gone too. So they would have looked at that in totality. As I said, I'm very happy the investment grade rating was maintained. I don't know what will happen next year. We'll see. But certainly the outlook changed to negative because of those 2 actions of the government: scrapping property tax, scrapping TTRA, and also increasing the deficit without a source of revenue.